Let's talk about Genesis 8, the Super Bowl of Smash. The Genesis series is of the most prestigious Melee tournaments since 2009 and has since expanded to include other platform fighters and including FGC games like Strive. On the Ultimate side, upsets led to names like Tweak and Esam getting knocked out before top 8. And let's take a moment of silence to mourn for everyone who had to face Gluttony, because his French fans formed the self-proclaimed Black Mafia, who are absolutely relentless and kind of lovable with their high energy cries against basically anyone who came against their king. On top 8 day, we saw Gluttony just tear through losers, going either 3-0 or 3-1 against everyone he encountered, and then we also saw Myron, a player who was seated just below the beloved Larry Lurr, who was able to be Mars. On winner's side, one of the smartest esports sponsorships I've seen in a while was announced, FaZe Spargo. But this was no Ultimate Summit, and Spargo would end up falling third behind Gluttony and his French frogs. Finally, the French would also fall to the always reigning king and GOAT, MK Leo, who is sporting a rather fun new hair color this time. Next comes Melee. Day 2 brought insane upsets. Mango was knocked to losers by a Sheik named Fizzwiggle, and none beat hbox. I saw Assault play a Slug, which I guess didn't end up in the logical upset I was predicting. Coiled Over entered with the Guitar Hero controller, and it was probably the fastest sponsorship of a player I've ever seen. And we got to see the return of the hbox villain era. The man showed up to spend $64 on glizzys, pour his own beers at the bar, and then went on stage with the classic hbox shades. But top 8. The only players in Melee's history to make it to the Genesis Grand Finals are Mango, Armada, Plup, hbox, Axe, Zane, and our newest Melee sensation, jmook. The day started with the hypest no interaction set of my life, and after IBDW had done some bracket cleaning, it was finally time for us to witness the Sheik main jmook. jmook, who was seeded around 21st, defied expectations for the weekend, winning game after game after game, beating players like Plup, Laud, and IBDW, and even taking a game off the king Zane. A lot of Zane's time at the top has been overshadowed by COVID and online play, but this weekend proved that offline, online, open bracket or not, Zane is able to win, and he was the only top player to go with no upsets the entire weekend. Amazingly, jmook and Zane would meet again in Grands, where jmook and his Chug Jug would make the absolutely unhinged decision of going Fox for the third and final game of this set, mostly just to take the opportunity to learn from Zane, which is actually kind of cool. In all, jmook kind of proves though that we're in a new era, the rise of the Slippy Kids. For the non-Smash news, in Strive we saw Jonathan Tene make a really crazy run against players like Apology Man and Combo, who are also making their own crazy runs, all to fall to Aaron DeMac and Grands. For Rivals, Cake Assault made a crazy 6-game losers run just to take the tournament away from Penguin, who had been crushing it at winners. The two were heavy favorites, but we also saw players like ZB and Soul Rifle also put in a really great fight. Then comes the newest platform fighter, NASB, with the player Bodidi, who in also a 6-game losers run that would end with him winning the entire tournament. Some other smaller scenes made an appearance. One that I learned to love is an old school puzzle fighter called Magical Drop 3, which has a really fervent scene that sounds really cool. And then there was another old school scene also made by Data East, Windjammers! Then even the indisputable GOAT of DDR, I Am Chris for Life, was here? I'm just so happy that Genesis is back. So happy pound watching to everyone, since that starts today. And then also happy Summit voting, because that comes in 3 weeks, and happy Low Tide City, and goodbye.